Pretty good. Little stuff around. Yeah, my friend is not here today to help me, but we'll get her situated. And the next thing we need to do is get the unit right here up behind that so we can start taking some measurements, see what we got to do. Let's see if we can get this over there without no issues. Doesn't seem to like to turn very good. Okay, I finally figured this out. That's probably the weirdest. That's probably the weirdest piece of metal I dealt with trying to move around. Very annoying. But I put some dollies underneath the wheels. And then this will basically work as a steering wheel, I believe. Hopefully it works out now. See if I got this charging. We did. hidden anyways. There we go. Okay, well, we're gonna leave it there for now. Get some measurements here and see how she lines up. Should line up pretty good, but we'll see once. Put that jack stand there for now. Okay. Now it's time for a Red Bull break. Now we're going to do some measurements. I've already done a few, so pretty positive this is going to work, but let's check it again. So the width of these tires as it sits is 70 inches. Okay, looks like we got 71. So this is as far as wheel size as of now, where it sits, that is an inch wider, which is not going to be a problem. What else did we want to check? In the center of the wheel, the front of the motor. Well, I have to go to this pulley here, because that's as far forward as it is. So, like 2 foot in the center of the wheel. And the center of the wheel is right here, this edge, so front of the engine is going to be kind of far up in there. I was actually seriously considering moving this rear wheel well backwards. Like, move this rear wheel, move it back to where, okay, right now we got, actually the back end of the full drivetrain is only like 10 inches. Back of the drivetrain is at 10 inches from the center of the wheel. So let's just say we would have the center of the wheel here, which would be about 10 inches back. Back of the end would be right here. If we move the wheel well back 10 inches, that would put more space in between here. Let me know what you guys think, what I should do. Definitely can't keep the wheel well where it's at right now. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to keep the wheel well where it's at. I'm going to move it back. So this back end model will get cut off. This part of it anyways. Just whack some of this back out. And I gotta figure out another frame. It's kind of like a unibody, so okay, how wide is this structure here? 46. Give or take a 1/4 inch. Wow. 46 to the other side. Only 41 on this. So, we'll do the inside measure. Okay, it's about halfway in between. These rails here are overlap. Sorry, I'm tired. They're overlapped a little bit. I had a guy here buying an exhaust. He's probably watching this video. But I had a guy here buying the exhaust out of the Grand Prix, and he was saying that I should just, his idea was to keep the cradle, the original aluminum cradle, and mounting it to this frame rail down here. I have to think that through some more. And I don't know. I think this frame rail here goes down on the arch on the frame, unibody frame. It goes down too far back. Kind of have a notion to just go and cut out along here the whole thing is at least that wide anyways. Let me bring the camera down here and show you guys what I'm thinking. Pretty sure I'm just going to use this whole assembly right here. Take some of these parts off so I can get to stuff. And this front needs to come off. I think I'm going to have the back wall against here. I think I'm going to want to do that. So from the, the back wall of the car, which will be up, straight up and down. I think I want that up against here, so I can keep this all one piece, and I don't disturb any of this geometry and stuff, whatever. This whole front clip. Try to keep that all one piece. Here. So from the front of that to the center of the wheel, say we use this for the back wall. Shove that up against the back wall. When you go off of that, 33 inches to the center. So if we did have a wall all the way up, as far as we could, 33 inches would be the center of the wheel. And good 12 inches. Jeez. I don't know if I want the wheelbase that much longer. That would be more like a supercar though, if the back wheel was farther back and everything was more centered towards the front. With 33 inches, that would be the center of the wheel right here. Let me get the camera down here and show you guys what I'm thinking. I might have to get a different camera because when I film in 4K, the thing wants to overheat on me and get all junky and the sound shuts off and does all kinds of funky stuff. So I might be getting a new phone camera here soon. So we wanted to take measurements from the center of the wheel to the front of the core support. That is about 31 inches. So if we have our wall, our back wall, which this is just my thinkings of kind of how I'm thinking it'll be. So if we have our back wall about right here, about as far forward as we can, but still, back a little bit. So we can tie in some structural bracing here to keep, like if you get rear hit from the rear, that you don't get everything shoved all the way into the front and kill all of us. That's not what we want to do here. So we'll try to prevent that. I want to build a few more cars before I die, I should say. But okay, let's talk about the car build. Yeah, we have a wall there. That would put our center of the wheel, rear wheel, about right in here. And that would be moving the rear axle or the rear wheel back about 10 inches, which would not be bad, I don't think. I put some motor back in here farther. I'm thinking having the back wheel back farther will also put more weight in the center of the car. And another reason, you could tell me if I'm wrong there as far as putting weight farther forward in the car if you move your engine, if you move the rear axle back, because the engine sits in front of the rear wheels just a tad. So if it's right in here, I feel that would be a good spot for it. That's what my thinking is thinking. And another thing is, if we retain this core support, I like the idea of retaining this core support because it holds, like if we retain this, then that keeps this motor mount in the original position. It keeps these where they're supposed to be. It just keeps everything tied together as far as structural integrity on this drivetrain, the whole unit here. And if we put this all the way up against the wall, back wall, and then we build that into the cross bracing of the whole thing. That should make it fairly sturdy, I think. You guys are welcome to think it through with me, but that's how my thinking is thinking right now. Yeah, I think we want to retain this more than I think about it. Put that all the way against the wall, and then that will move our axle back 10 inches. And that will put the back of the engine 35. That will put the back of the engine about here. So that'll make the engine more visible. When you look in the back here, it's not so far forward. Only thing that means is we got to cut these wheel wells out completely and start over from scratch pretty much. This whole back end is going to be from scratch, or pieces left over from cutting this out. So you guys are going to have to come back next time and we're going to start cutting this out. My welder is, it took a flop on me. The tip on it, I tapped it on the concrete to get the slag out of it. Well, it must be fairly flimsy because it broke, or it cracked or something, and it felt a little loose. And then the other day my friend used it and yeah, it basically fell off. So I had to order another gun for my welder. So we can't really weld right now. Said in about 12 days it would be here, the new nozzle for the MIG welder. But we can cut stuff out, so maybe next time you guys come back we can start cutting this rear part out. If I think of anything else in the meantime, I'll have to put it in the next video, but I think this rear end is pretty much going to get completely cut off. The inside anyways, not the skin, but everything from right here in. Maybe we could just, we can cut this back off and weld it right back on once we get it in here. That's not a big deal. Pretty excited. It's a car I've always wanted to build, a rear engine car, and I'm finally being able to do it. So we will see how it goes. Ooh. Might want to drop this rear axle out first. Before we do any of this. You guys probably don't want to see that, so I might just do that off camera. Probably do that tomorrow night. Yeah, keep watching. There's going to be a bunch more modifications done to this car other than this right here. And I don't know how it's all going to go yet, but we'll get to the end of it somewhere. The tunnel's pretty long yet before the light is going to appear, I could say. So, can't wait though. I think that's going to be pretty sweet. This car is about 400 pounds lighter than the Grand Prix was, so we are gaining some, and we eliminated the back. We eliminated the back seats, and we're going to be eliminating some metal here. And we eliminated the windshield. That freaking thing is probably 80 pounds by itself. This back window. And then this piece of metal right here. This is actually pretty heavy. But yeah, we'll probably put this back on the back of it. Probably kind of retain this back end somewhat. But that'll go on the back end of it probably. Let's see where that comes out actually. 35 inches. Comes about here. Yeah. That's kind of beside the point, but that's the back piece for this car. I don't know why it's so heavy. It feels extra heavy. Feels heavier than what I thought it was. With eliminating the windshield or the back glass, all this metal, rear axle, seats, and give that we add a little bit of metal back in, we're probably gaining 600, we're probably at least losing how would that be? Yeah, we're basically losing probably 600 pounds and give and take, and thinking that this engine is about the same weight as the original 5.7 and transmission. Yeah, I think we should be losing about 600 pounds out of this, just from the fact that these two cars are, this is lighter, 400 pounds lighter than that, and all the stuff we're tearing out of this, including this glass, we should be lowering the weight by another 200 pounds, so probably a total of 600 pounds. We're probably losing about 600 pounds here, so she should be pretty fast. It would take some of the strain off that transmission. And we also want to do some engine modifications to it, so should be a lengthy project that we come back every once in a while to. Enough talking for this video. Until the next one, have a good one. We'll see ya.